Close the door. Turn off the noise. Withdraw, not from the world, but from the illusion. What you are about to do is not magic. It is sacred law, unseen, unheard, but unfailing. You do not need to beg, you do not need to announce. This is not for applause. What you are about to build is real, so real it doesn't need validation. Go into the silence, shut your eyes, and now see it. Not with these eyes, but with the only eyes that truly create, the eyes of imagination. This is where the world is born. Not in noise, not in effort, not in proof, but in the quiet, secret place within you. Here, feel it. Don't just visualize it, feel it. Walk in that room you've never been in. Touch the keys to the car you've never owned. Hold the hand you long to hold. Laugh at the life that already belongs to you. This is not foolishness. This is faith. And faith is not hope. It is certainty without evidence. When the world says, prove it, you say nothing, because you've already claimed it in secret. At night when no one is watching, lay down and drift into the scene. Not the scene of what is, but of what shall be. You live there, breathe there, sleep in the feeling that it's already done. Everything begins in the mind. Long before anything touches your hands, it is first shaped in the silence of your inner world. The chair you sit on, the house you live in, the career you pursue, even the relationships you hold dear. All of them were once nothing more than an idea, a faint impression in the mind of someone who dared to imagine. Imagination is not a childish escape. It is the blueprint of all creation. It is not a distraction from reality. It is the root of reality itself. Most people believe that what they see is what is real. They worship the visible, the tangible, and the proven. But the wise know differently. The wise understand that every visible effect must have an invisible cause. That cause is imagination. The world you walk through is merely a shadow of what has already occurred within you or someone else. Change begins not with effort but with vision. Your mind is the workshop, the sacred place where you design your future. What you consistently hold in imagination with feeling must eventually become visible. That is not a possibility, it is a certainty. You must understand that imagination is not a weak tool to be used occasionally. It is the divine faculty within you. When used deliberately, it has the power to rearrange circumstances, alter outcomes, and summon things once considered impossible. But it works not when you try to manipulate it anxiously. It works when you allow it gently, faithfully, and consistently. When you see something inwardly and believe it more than what your senses tell you, that's when things begin to move. Let the world laugh. Let them say you're just dreaming. They laughed at the dreamers who saw buildings in the sky before skyscrapers stood, who heard voices across oceans before the telephone rang, who imagined flight before their feet left the ground. But the dreamers knew, they always knew, that the world bends to the inner eye, not the outer one. It may take time, but time is no enemy to the one who trusts their imagination. In your silence, dare to imagine better. When the world tells you to accept lack, imagine abundance. When you feel unloved, imagine yourself cherished. When doors close, see them open. Not because you're trying to trick the world, but because you know the truth. The world is only responding to the image you've impressed upon it. It is mirroring back the beliefs and pictures you've held in your heart. So if you want to change the mirror, change the image. This is why it is said, go into your room, shut the door, and pray in secret. That room is your mind. That secret is your imagination. What you accept as real in the unseen must show up in the seen. This law is unbreakable. You do not need to know how. You do not need to figure out the steps. The how belongs to the unseen forces. Your only task is to remain faithful to the image you have chosen. You are the creator, not the laborer. You are the visionary, not the warrior. Imagination is not fantasy. It is future reality in seed form. Nurture it. Return to it daily. Walk in it when you wake. Carry it through your day and fall asleep in its arms. Let it be more real to you than your current surroundings. Let it fill you with joy before it fills your hands with evidence. That's the true secret. If you can believe it within, the world has no choice but to make it so. This is not philosophy. It is law. Imagination is the beginning of everything, and to ignore it is to abandon your creative power. Use it wisely, use it boldly, and the world will follow. Do not wait for it to happen. That is the great mistake most people make. They believe they must see before they feel, receive before they believe. But creation does not begin with evidence. It begins with assumption. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is not a reward you receive after something changes. It is the cause that brings the change. To feel as if it is already done, to live in the end, to walk in the state of completion even when nothing in the outer world confirms it. That is the key. That is the secret doorway through which all things enter your life. The world responds not to your desires, but to your state of being, and your state is shaped by feeling. You can say all the right affirmations, make endless plans, and work yourself into exhaustion, that if you continue to feel the absence of what you desire, you are planting seeds of lack. The soil of reality does not discriminate. It grows whatever you water. Be it doubt or faith, fear or joy, lack or abundance. The question is not, what do I want? The question is, what do I feel to be true? Assume the feeling, not the thought, not the logic, but the living, breathing sensation that your desire is already yours. This does not mean pretending or wishing. It means entering the state where the thing is already done and allowing yourself to experience the relief, the peace, and the gratitude that come with it. If you desire love, feel loved. If you desire wealth, feel whole. If you desire healing, feel whole. It is not about forcing the feeling. It is about gently resting in it, relaxing into the reality where what you seek is already present. This is not denial of the facts. It is awareness of a deeper truth. Facts are temporary, states are eternal. What you feel consistently, you eventually experience. This law is unchanging. So do not concern yourself with what is. Concern yourself with what you are accepting as true inwardly. That inner truth becomes your world. That inner conviction becomes flesh. Let your imagination become the theater of fulfillment. Hear the conversations that would occur if your wish were already realized. See the scenes. Feel the embrace. Smell the air of your new reality. Your body doesn't know the difference between an experience that is real and one that is vividly imagined. If you can feel it now, the universe must reflect it later. This is not magic, it is law. So the next time you ask for something, do not linger in the asking, move immediately into the receiving. Act and think from the end. Carry yourself as the person who already possesses the thing. The world may not yet see it, but you are not waiting on the world. The world is waiting on you to believe. When you assume the feeling, something shifts. Not always in the world outside, but certainly in you. And that shift is what moves mountains. The feeling generates the atmosphere in which miracles become normal. What was once distant begins to move closer. What was once impossible begins to feel inevitable. Fall asleep in the feeling. Let it be the last thing you touch at night and the first thing you reach for in the morning. Live in it, walk in it, breathe in it. Don't check for results. Rest in certainty. Don't wait for confirmation. This is the truth. You already are what you seek to become. The only distance between you and your desire is the time it takes to believe. Unbelief is not a thought. It is a feeling. Assume it, own it, become it, and everything else will follow. Stop reacting to what is seen. The moment you give your power to appearances, you become a servant to illusion. The outer world is nothing more than a mirror, a reflection of past thoughts, past assumptions, and past feelings. It is not the truth of who you are, nor is it the truth of what must be. If you continue to let your eyes tell you what is possible, you will be forever limited. To rise above circumstance, you must withdraw attention from it. You must stop feeding it with your energy, your emotion, and your belief. This is not about ignoring life, it is about seeing beyond it. The physical world may present 100 reasons to doubt, 1,000 images of lack, delay, or rejection. But your soul knows better. Your soul knows what it has already claimed in the silence. And your work is to remain loyal to that unseen claim, not the visible distraction. Everything changes the moment you stop reacting. Reactions keep you trapped. When you see the bank account and feel fear, you're reacting. When you get the message and feel rejected, you're reacting. When the job doesn't come through and you declare yourself unlucky, you are giving power to the very thing you wish to change. This is the old way, the way of effort and exhaustion. The new way is different. It is silent, it is inner. It requires faith in the invisible. When something happens in the outer world that contradicts your desire, pause. Do not respond from emotion. Do not accept it as final. Instead, turn within. Close your eyes and return to the scene of fulfillment. Feel again what it feels like to already have what you desire. Let that feeling anchor you. That is your reality. Everything else is passing shadow. The world outside will try to convince you of its authority. It will scream facts, timelines, logic. It will point to your current results and ask, where is it? But you must not answer. In secret, you must deny what your senses scream and affirm what your soul knows. You must walk blind to the world and see only through the eyes of imagination. Every time you withdraw attention from the problem and place it on the solution within, you reclaim your power. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become a creator of reality. This is the work. It is not glamorous. It is not loud. No one may see what you're doing, but you will know. You will feel the shift, and soon the world will catch up. The outer world is slow. It lags behind consciousness. So do not rush it. Do not demand instant proof. Keep walking in the unseen and let the seen bend in its own time. It must. It has no choice. Reality always conforms to the dominant inner state. Always withdraw attention from the noise. Let others panic. Let them gossip, doubt, and chase. You are not here to react. You are here to create. And creation begins in silence. Sit with yourself. Listen to what your soul already knows. Let that knowing be louder than anything the world tries to show you. You may feel lonely at first. You may feel like you're pretending, but you're not. You're remembering the truth that was buried under years of conditioning. You are not the effect. You are the cause. So when things seem to go wrong, smile gently. Close your eyes. Feel the truth. And say quietly to yourself, "This is not mine. I do not accept it. I know what I've chosen." Each night, as the body begins to surrender to rest and the mind grows quiet, you approach a sacred threshold, the twilight state between wakefulness and sleep. This is not a trivial moment. It is a portal, a doorway between the seen and unseen. In this soft, receptive place, the walls of the conscious mind begin to fade, and the soil of the subconscious is laid bare. Here, whatever you impress must grow. Here, your word becomes law. Most people waste this moment. They drift to sleep with worry in their hearts, replaying the day's disappointments, anticipating tomorrow's problems, and so they plant seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation, and then wonder why these same conditions return day after day. But you are called to do something different. You are called to enter the state before you sleep. What does it mean to enter the state? It means to take your consciousness into the reality you desire, not in the future, but now. Before the body succumbs to sleep, you deliberately assume the feeling that your wish has already been fulfilled. You become it, you feel it, you rest in it. As the body drifts away, the soul takes hold of that feeling and embeds it deep within the subconscious. And from there it must express itself. The subconscious does not question or argue. It does not reason. It accepts what it is given, especially in this sensitive twilight state. This is why what you feel just before sleep is more powerful than anything you do all day. It enters your inner being as instruction. It becomes the blueprint of your waking world. So, each night, ask yourself, what seed am I planting? Am I falling asleep in fear or in faith, in worry or in peace? Do not let the last thoughts you carry into slumber be of lack, sickness, or frustration. Instead, make sleep a sacred ritual. Lie down, close your eyes, and imagine. Not passively, but vividly, take yourself there, into the life you choose. Feel the home, the relationship, the success. Hear the sounds. Sense the details. Allow the joy to rise. Do not merely think it. Feel it. That is the key. Feel yourself already in possession of the desire, not wanting it, not waiting for it, living it. Make the scene so real, so alive, that you can smile in your sleep, knowing that what you have accepted inwardly must soon take shape outwardly. This is not wishful thinking. This is the law in motion. What you impress, you do not have to force it. This is not about straining or effort. It is about surrendering into belief. Let the vision wash over you like a gentle wave. Let it carry you into sleep. Let it become your new home. You may not see immediate results. That is fine. Seeds take time to grow, but they grow. And if you are consistent, if you remain faithful to the feeling, the outer world will begin to mirror the inner one. Do this night after night. Make no exceptions. Treat this moment before sleep as holy, for it is. It is the place where your destiny is written in silence, where your future is shaped without a sound. Enter the state and do not leave it. Fall asleep as the person you intend to be, and you will wake into a world that reflects that identity. Do not take sleep lightly. It is not just rest. It is recreation. You are made new each night by what you believe to be true. So believe wisely, feel deliberately, and trust that what is felt deeply in the twilight must eventually shine in the light of day.